And we should be live. Welcome, nerds and turds, to another live stream repair. We've got, oh goodness, how many here? 5, yes. 5 HomePods that need to get fixed up here. Let's see, and of course Comcast is taking a crap. Lovely. Do we just stream anyways and say fuck it? Or do we try to wait until later? I'll put a poll up here after we get the text updated on the screen here. So first up is Ryan's with no power. Then we've got Luke with no power. James, which works but won't reset, and there's some rattling inside. And then Lewis with no power, and then lastly Eric with an amplifier that resets on itself. So let's go ahead and pop a poll up into the chat so you guys can decide for us. Where's the poll? I need a poll. Start a poll. There we go. We will let democracy decide. In the meantime, we will go ahead and let the child do their thing, and we'll go ahead and do our thing, and Comcast can continue doing their thing. First up is Ryan's with no power. We're going to go ahead and double check our symptoms here by plugging it in with a known good power cable, waiting a few seconds, and then spamming the top there. And we've got no response. If we look at our kilowatt meter here, it looks like we're pulling between 4 and 6 watts of power from the wall, which usually tells us that we've got the most common failure mode in here, with that little Schottky barrier diode failing on the amp and causing no power.
Bring her back.
That's what they all come in for, and that's probably what we'll see again here. So let's go ahead and crack it open and see what's going on from the inside. Stream seems to be holding up fine now, but hopefully I didn't just jinx it. And if at any point the stream does start crapping out to a point where you change your mind, go back. I think you can change your answer in the poll, so just let me know if things get unbearable, and we will just put it on pause and wait till later tonight. Oh, we got some chats here. Let me just make sure everybody's, let's see. What's up, dude? What's up, Eric? Howdy, folks. Howdy, howdy. There, I had to say it. Let them know, baby. Tell them how you really feel. Youch. Come on. Oh, man. Why do these things feel like they have to put up a fight? Yes! That was rather difficult. Subwoofer check. Looks good. Feels good. Smells good. Good little subwoofer. I wonder. Yeah, that probably won't fix it. It was worth a shot. Okay. So, here's the star of the show. Round 1. $1,748K on the diode. Everything else looks alright. Let's go ahead and confirm that diode has failed. Get up close there. Grab our multimeter and probe it. Yeah, it's dead. So let's go ahead and replace that dead diode. Only sitting at 30% packet loss. Gotta love it. Alright, why is the stream just crapping out in every which way imaginable now? That's annoying. Okay. Let's pop this amp together, see if it works. Okay. So we've got 2 millivolts of offset, sounds fine, obviously power's on fine. So this amp looks like it's ready for us to put back into their pod and put all of this back together. Comcast, please stop ruining my shit. Come on. The wind is blowing. I do not like the looks of that. You know what that means. Goodbye, internet. Or maybe it'll dislodge whatever branch is killing our service here. All right. Let's see if it's ready to go. There we go. Do we got good sound?
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Yes.
I'm having
Yes. All right. Number 1 is fixed and looking good. Put that away and find our number 2 from Luke, also with no power. So same jig as before. We're going to go ahead and test our symptoms. Yes, indeed, no power. 4 to 6 watts of power draw from the wall, so probably the same no power issue caused by the same shorted diode as most. Let's crack it open and find out. All right. Sorry, I had to retrieve the child. I'm watching her while mommy gets a little sleep. Look at you grouching and grumbling right next to her. Don't throw up now. Be good for the YouTube. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. 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 Man, newborns are something else. Reboot did not solve the network issues, unfortunately. I rebooted everything, man. It looks like everything is rock solid now, as of a few minutes. Looks like we haven't dropped anything, so we might be in the clear now. I think it was probably an environmental issue. There must have been wind blowing a branch around that was knocking around our network. Oh, and she is doing fantastic. She is sound asleep right now. Right next to me. She keeps us up all night, but that's what you expect. And it will pass. Try not to think too much of the "oh, I can't waits" with her, and try to just appreciate what what you can do with her and what she does have, the way she is right now. Very interesting. Learning a lot of things about human development and bubbies. Generally, she is surprisingly well behaved. Perfect. Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything. Just give me a jiggle.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll try to not wake you up until 6.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you, little baby. She's dead.
Yeah, she's behaving. Well, I do appreciate that Comcast's Are we back? Did we make it back? Did we make it in time before the stream killed itself? Did we do it? It says we're connected. It looks like we're connected. Oh my gosh, we made it back. Alright. Well, in a strange coincidence of timing, right after I started feeling confident that the network settled itself out, we lost our power for a solid 5 seconds. And I thought I had my streaming PC on a battery backup, but apparently not. So we will be fixing that after this stream here. My whole setup here needs to be worked on a little bit. It's a disaster right now. Alright, child, I'm gonna put you back down in there. You behave. Yeah, same. You behave. You be good. Be good. Be good. No. No. I know. Okay. As we were putting this one back together, yeah? Or were we taking this one apart? Gosh, I don't even remember. No, we were taking this one apart. So, subwoofer looks good. I was like, why is it so dark? Yeah, looks good, feels good, smells good. It'll be much easier to take care of this child when she's big enough to sling her. So then I can just wear her on my chest. That's all she wants, is just to be held. But she's supposed to be at least like 8 pounds before we can do that. I love how I can figure out how to fix these things, but I can't remember if I was taking it apart or putting it back together. Classic. Uh-oh, she's wiggling around again. What's up? I hear the wind blowing. Please don't take my shit out again. Hello. Hello. Yeah, it's okay. You want more food? Or do you just want to be held? Oh my goodness. That was a burp. That might be all you needed, huh? Yeah. You want your pacifier? Yeah. Alright, you can hang out with me while we take this apart. Just for a little bit, though. I can't do all of it. One-handed HomePod repair, let's go. She's out. She's passed out. I'm gonna put you back down for now. There you go. You okay with that? I think you are. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That kid is pacified. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. right, round 2. Board looks good in general. Our diode has a date code of 1748K. So let's get up close and confirm that's the culprit. Yes, sirree. Let's get that replaced. She's letting you know. Really? Oh, goodness. Alright, well that's cooling down. We gotta figure out what the heck is going on with our zoom camera now. What are you doing? Yeah. 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 Child has been calmed. For now. I don't know what you're so grumpy about. Okay. Let's put this back together. See if it works now. Let's see if this is good. Looking good. It's powering on. Alright, so we've got 3 millivolts of offset. Are you hungry? Yeah. You little demon. Here you go. Alright, so 3 to 4 millivolts of offset. Obviously it powers on without a problem. And our sound is working, so this board is good to go, and we can put all this back together. Sorry, I'm feeding the kid with one hand and working on this with the other. But she's not eating either. She just wants to be grumpy. Now, bullocks. Stay still. I said stay still, damn it. That kid is eating. Is that all you wanted? All I want is a stable network connection, child. But we can't always get what we want in the world. Hurry up, I gotta put this HomePod back together. Yeah, you're going. Can you hold your own bottle for me? So I can put this back together? No? That's okay. We can take a few minute break here and feed you. Oh, that was a tummy grumble. You going through a growth spurt, kid? You're eating a lot. I know. You're making a mess. You done? You want some more? Yeah, of course you want more. Say hello. Comcast taking a crap. Comcast is taking a crap. Yeah. Sing it with me, child. You're almost done. We can put this HomePod back together. And you're gonna help me by being good. Yeah. That's all of it. You drink all of it. No more. No more. All gone. You gonna burp? Burp for me, child. No burps. Oh, we got some farts. No burps. Alright. Are you happy now? You happy now? Can I fix this HomePod? Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, sorry about that brief intermission, folks. She's going. You're wiggling. Want me to turn off the overhead lights? There you go. You little gremlin. There you go. Oh, you spit it back out. You are uncontrollable. Listen. Listen. She's not upset or anything. She's just squirming around and doing her thing. She does this. It's apparently normal. And I hear little farts. She might be pooping. You feel better? Happy New Year, Jeff. Yeah, she said Happy New Year too. She's going ham. Yeah. She is wide awake. What are you doing, child? Oh, of course, Jeff. My pleasure. I'm glad we finally were able to find one and get it fixed for you. Unfortunately, you are correct. No way to fix that. When there is, I will update my website. So that way people don't have to keep asking me. They can just check the website. But sadly, Apple is continuing to leave us in the dark. And a few people have been dicking around with it, but still no headway, it seems. Yeah, I know. Really? You want me to let your little hands out? You can wiggle your little fingers around. I'll hook you up. Let's see those little hands. There you go. Yeah. There you go, you got your little hands now. Don't scratch yourself. I do, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you very much. It has been an absolute blessing. It really has, though. I'm not even that religious, and I feel like there isn't a better word to describe it. Really? Those little hands are grabbing. They're reaching. What are they reaching for? Nobody knows. And then her face gets so red when she's about to cry. But then it turns back to normal. Besides HomePod, is there something else you fixed? Let me think. We've had like Xbox controllers. We had that Juve red light therapy device that needed a new battery. Got some other projects coming up here that I'm keeping under wraps until they're ready. Oh hey, I'm going to send you that MacBook Air with the dead USB port. Oh yeah, I just want to get another spare boot SSD for it and fresh installed with clean OS so you can fully test it when you get it. Much appreciated. I would have just popped my own SSD in there if I needed to. Hey. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, are you gonna let me put this top on? Are we finally gonna finish this pod? Luke is next, and then James, and then Lewis. It's taken us a little longer than usual, with the kid. But we got him. Yep, it's a she. And I'm going to put you down now. You behave. We've still got 4 more HomePods to go through. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. No, this isn't Ryan's. This is Lewis's. No, this isn't Lewis's. This is Luke's. We didn't update the text on our screen. I'm sorry, Luke. So actually, James is next, and then Lewis. But let's see if we got Luke's pod fixed up here. Plug it into power. There you go. What do we got?
I'm having trouble connecting.
Very good. Volume buttons light up very even. Very good. So Luke's pod is all fixed up, ready to go. Which brings us to number 3, and we will remember to update the text on our screen this time. This one's from James. And this one's kind of interesting. So they say there's a rattling going on inside. It won't reset, but Siri seems to still work. So we're just going to put down rattling for now. Flat screen TVs. Well, it might be a bit of a challenge and expense to ship the thing back and forth. But typically, I have a little bit of experience doing basic repairs on TVs, you know, like power supplies and capacitors and, you know, similar stuff in monitors too. I've worked on them in the past. I'm no expert, but swapping parts and replacing blown capacitors is pretty easy. Or if it's a known issue and there's a known way to repair it, then I can follow directions from a guide someone else put. But this is going to be an interesting repair to me. So this is an Apple certified refurbished HomePod. And if we look at the bottom here, it actually says, look at that model number. It starts with an F, FQHW2LLA, RFB HomePod Space Gray. And the rest of the label is pretty barren of information otherwise. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to go ahead and run the serial number really quick and see what date this was manufactured, or if it was part of the original run like everybody says the refurbished ones are. Let's see here. Apple serial number decoder. Serialnumberdecoder.com. Let's plug in this HomePod serial number here. Decode that serial number. Okay, so this... Interesting. The date of manufacture was week 2 of 2019. Very interesting. So maybe we'll see some sort of revision in here. Maybe a different diode. Maybe something different. I don't hear a rattling when we shake it, so nothing's broken loose. Listen, listen, listen. Child. Let's plug it in and see if anything happens here. Oh, there. See, that was the other problem I think they were saying it had was it would turn on and then turn off. So let's see what happens when we try to reset it. They said Siri still works, but I don't see how Siri still works if it's just shutting off after a few seconds here. Let's go ahead and start taking it apart. First thing that I want to do is get the logic board out and put in a known good logic board and see if it behaves any different. I'm hoping with a different logic board that it behaves the same. That means that our problem is either in the power supply or the amplifier, and those are things that we can fix or replace. If it's the logic board and we put in a known good logic board in here and it behaves it works fine with a good logic board, that means that it's their logic board that's broken. And unfortunately, if it's powering on, then it's likely something to do with one of the CPU chips or the NAND or the solder joints for one of those chips or the software. Most of those things we can't fix. So fingers crossed that we put in a known good logic board in here and it behaves the same, which tells us it's something else in there and we can fix it. Don't start. Okay, that came off suspiciously easy. Here we are. So, see a bit of a crack in this one here. It's still intact. Alright, let's go ahead and put in a known good logic board like I said, and see if our problem lies within something that we can fix or not before we spend any more time on this. Because if it's an issue with their logic board, it's most likely not something that we can fix. Which I hate, but... Apple's got our hands quite tied here. Alright. What's it got? Come on, don't tell me it's gonna work. Please. Please. Oh, hold on. I think I know what it might be. So, and that would make sense. Did you hear that? That is the sound of the subwoofer being bent and not sealing with the rest of the HomePod, allowing air to escape when it moves. James told us that it was rattling like that, and if we look real close on the display here, you can see part of the display lifting up from the PCB here. So that tells me that this was probably... Come on. Yeah. So anyways, that tells me that listen. You're a little gremlin. That tells me this thing was dropped, it damaged the display, and probably their logic board is fine, and the display is causing these issues. So let's go ahead and test that hypothesis. We're going to unplug this from power and disconnect our good logic board here. We don't need that anymore. And then we're going to go ahead and connect a different display to their logic board and see what happens. Oh, I didn't even need the cable. I've got one on their logic board here. Alright, I've got to put you back down now. I'm going to swaddle your ass. Come here. You're getting swaddled. There we go. It's okay. Yeah, there you go. So, good grief. Known working display, their logic board. I think it's their display that got smashed up and is causing these issues. I have Plex. I use Plex. I used to use Xbox Media Center, or XBMC, but it's been years. It's been a long time. But I pretty much have just been using Plex. There we go. It's turning on. Very nice. And if we again take a look at their display here, there's a gap right there, and there should not be a gap there. And I bet you this will probably just pop right off now. Yep. Yep, so that is why that was busted. Ooh, I haven't heard of jellyfin before. I'll have to look into that. Okay, so that display is donezo. But our work doesn't end here. We can't just pop a new display on there. Whatever drop damage happened to this also bent up the subwoofer and is causing the little gasket to leak. So we need to continue tearing this down, get that woofer out so we can straighten it up, get it sealing nice and well again. And we need to get down to the amplifier so we can do a little bit of preventative maintenance. We need to replace that Schottky barrier diode because we don't want to do all this work to this thing and then a few months down the road a known failure with the diode happens and they've got to send it back for no power. Third gen i7 for NHTPC. Oh yeah, that'll handle it well. Well, actually, I take that back. It depends on if you need to transcode or not. If it supports direct play, then yeah, that's going to be a breeze for it. But if you're trying to transcode 4K H265, it might break a sweat. Or if you want subtitles and the media server has to do the transcoding to embed the subtitles, that can destroy the CPU. Wow, that screw is really bent up. So this side over here is probably where it got dropped, and probably where the dent in the woofer is. Oh, okay. RX 550 for a card. That'll probably do a lot better than any CPU transcoding. I don't know how Jellyfin works, but that's why I like Plex, is a lot of my media happens to be supported on the hardware that I'm watching it on. So like my smart TV or my Apple TV or my phone or my laptop or my tablet, they all support many of the file formats that I've downloaded to my Plex server, so it can directly play the file from my media server to my client, instead of having to spend a whole bunch of power and heat and resources transcoding it to a format that the client is able to play back on the device. I don't know if Jellyfish does that, but if it does, also does it have a Samsung TV app or an Apple TV app, or am I stuck with like a web browser kind of deal? I'll have to look into it. Anything to get off of Plex. I like it, it's okay, but I don't like having to pay for transcoding or multi-threaded transcoding or something like that. I can't even remember. She's going. You want your pacifier? There you go. Alright, so otherwise, this actually looks reusable. I'm going to go ahead and touch up this crack here with a little bit of glue just to be sure. Silence. It's dented in right there. I see it. Android, iOS, Android TV, and Roku apps, as well as Windows OS X and Linux, and WebOS. WebOS, Jesus. Third party for iOS and iPadOS. Okay, so there I might be able to use this. And tvOS. Yes. Okay, I'm on board to at least try it. Wow, this thing is like dented in multiple places. So goodness. Let's just take those off now. Wow, that is a... You can see that on camera. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I know, spooky. I don't like it either, Chell. So, this one's going to be fun to straighten out. Okay, so here's how we do this. We get down on the floor. Where's our hammer? Here's our hammer. And here's how we straighten out a bent subwoofer. You take 2 gasket rings from broken HomePods, put one on each side. And the reason why we do one on each side is so we can put this subwoofer down on a table like this without smushing into the speaker cone there. And this one is what we're going to hammer into to flatten the edge of this subwoofer down. And you can see that is pretty bent up. So, man, I feel bad for the kid because this is going to be noisy. Let me make sure no one's sleeping. Nah, people are sleeping right now, so we're actually going to put this one to the side for now, and we're going to come back to this when people aren't trying to sleep and I don't have the kid 2 feet away from me. But we're going to go ahead and push this through and then set this back in there until we can come back to it. So with James's HomePod on pause, that means that Lewis's is up next then. Let's go ahead and update the text on our screen. I worked at HP when they launched WebOS. What a nightmare. At least their phones and tablets could run Android. Man, I do gotta say though, I'm personally a huge fan of the older HP hardware that ran Palm OS or WebOS. I'm a low-key obsessive fanatic about the HP touchpad. I've got a small collection of like a dozen or so of them. Most of them are just the base model with the base amount of storage and RAM, the base CPU, no cellular. but I managed to get my hands on a white one, and it has the cellular and the faster CPU, and that is one of my pride and joys of my collection. Anyways, so Lewis is here. Let's see. Number 4. Lewis has no power. So this one should be pretty easy to fix up. Let's go ahead and put the kid back down until they start to act up 5 minutes later again. Here we go. Oh, and then one other thing, we want to keep their screws separate. So let's go ahead and put all of their screws up real fast. Okay, we've got all that put away. Let's take a look at Lewis's pod. Plug it into power, check our symptoms. Sure enough, no signs of life, and 4 to 6 watts of power draw from the wall. So that's probably the same as most of these other no power repairs. Let's crack it open and see what's going on. Did my internet really dry again? Come on, come back. All right. Oh, 3570K. Sorry, there was a fly. I won't have that shit. Alright, no reason for no flies in my house. Don't laugh at me. I'm sorry, my short-term memory is absolutely failing me. Did what? Oh, did the fly come out of your HomePod? Honestly, dude, I don't know. That would be hilarious. The thing's been trapped in there for days, if not weeks. And there goes our network again. Thanks, Comcast. You know what doesn't care if it's windy outside? Fiber. Oh, someone is here to pick up their HomePod. I'll be right back.
Hi, you can have the HomePod. Yeah, of course. Okay, here you go. Well then, yep. Yeah. And I've got it packed up there, so you can pull this off and you can open it up. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, and in the next 6 months, if it happens again, just reach out to me.
Okay.
I'll take care of everything.
Great. So you just replace the chip, right?
Yeah, so it's just a tiny little $1 diode on there. And what's strange is, I've fixed hundreds of these things by now, and consistently the only ones that continue to fail are ones with a specific date for them. And and again, I've had hundreds of these other HomePods come in for other issues, so I get a chance to see, it's, there's plenty of other diodes that they're using, but it's only these ones failing.
I see.
So, it's only a coincidence right now.
That's great that I find you. Otherwise, this one is totally bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, can I do a PayPal?
Yes, PayPal looks great. NICS, FIS. That's good. Neat. Thank you. Goods and services, that's good. All right.
Okay. All right. We are back. Just had to take care of someone who dropped their HomePod off locally for repairs. Chell, have you been good? Of course, you've probably been passed out and quiet this whole time. That's how it go. Alright, how's the speaker looking? Looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Wow. Really? She is fine, I promise you. That is just normal sounds from a newborn, I suppose. That's what the doctor said. Here we go. Same as always, give it a look around. The looking around looks good. Let's get up close and look at that diode there with a date code of 1746K on it. Confirmed dead diode. Let's replace the dead diode. fix it? Let's find out. Drum roll, please. Very nice. Just in time for our network to take another crap. And alright, we're looking at about 2 millivolts of offset there. That is an excellent result. It obviously powers on fine, and it produces sound without a problem. So this amp is ready to be reunited with the rest of its parts. Really? And she's booted back down again. Okay, let's see what we've got for Lewis with no power. We've got power.
I'm having trouble
Very
connecting.
good.
I'm having.
And very good. Alright. Lewis's pod all checks out. We'll put that away. And we will grab our final repair for today from Eric. Now this one is going to be interesting. Let's update our text on the screen first. So this one doesn't seem to be working properly. They already attempted their own repairs, and we're just going to go ahead and take a crack at it ourselves, give everything a good once over, see what the heck is going on here. So I want to go ahead and get the amp out and the power supply out, and then we're going to first test everything with a different ribbon cable. It is my pleasure, Lewis. You'll hear from me within a few hours after the stream here, and we'll get you paid up and shipped back home. Nice. So we got the amp out, we got the power supply out. Here is their logic board and display. So first thing I want to do is test with as many of their parts as possible. The only part that won't be ours that we're testing with here will be the subwoofer, which probably won't have any effect on this, and our ribbon cable here. Oh, interesting. There's something in the connector that's keeping me from plugging it in all the way. I wonder if that's their issue. Let's try to pop this connector apart without breaking it. Yeah. There is definitely something in there. Uh-oh. How do people break these apart so easily? I cannot. I wonder if you guys can see this. Right there. See that? What is that? Almost got it. Oh, we got it out. I don't know what it was or where it went, but the foreign object in the logic board connector has been freed. Was it a pin? No, all the pins are still in there. give this a test. I wonder if that's I wonder if that's all that was wrong with it. If that's the case, then I feel like not even charging them anything for this repair, because that was too easy. But we shouldn't get too excited. Yeah, now it fits in there all the way. It felt weird when I was unplugging their original cable too. Do a quick examination of the display here. It looks okay. A little scratches here and there, but everything is still there and intact. No major scratching. I see, and it had I not worked on these hundreds of times now, I wouldn't have noticed that wasn't plugging in correctly. It's just muscle memory. I felt it and I was like, that's not going in all the way. That feels weird. But I've honestly, I've got some fairly high hopes that that's what it was. The behavior you were describing sounds an awful lot like a loose cable. So let's find out. It's powering on. Oh, man. Still ain't working. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, before we spend any more time on this, I wanted to eliminate the variables that is the work that they did on their amplifier. They did some repairs to it, and we don't know if it's the logic board that cooked itself somehow in between it working and then them doing the repairs and testing it again. It's also possible that because there was that junk in the connector here, the connector may not have been properly seated and it did something that damaged the logic board here. So what I want to do is grab a known good logic board here and see if this amp is working or if the amp is what's causing our boot looping. See that? It's the amp. Okay. One other thing I want to try is a different power supply, just for good measure. Easy enough for us to swap these around. We'll go ahead and plug their logic board back in here. We know that it's not the logic board now. Okay, same thing with a different power supply. So now we take a look at the actual repairs that were done to this board. Yeah, yay for no dead logic board. At the very least, if this can't be repaired, then you can pop that logic board and get your hands on a bricked HomePod really cheap. And alright, so here's what I think I want to do after looking over it. Yeah, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and replace the diode, even though they already replaced it, and we're also going to replace our filters over here since they worked on that as well. Nothing looks missing or out of place. But yeah, we're gonna redo their work here and then give it a quick little scrub down and then see if it works. Don't start with me, Chell. Well, you spit your pacifier out. I thought you didn't want it. Alright, let's move on to our filters. Alright. Let's clean this up real quick. Okay, let's see if we did some magic or if we've still got the same problems. I can hold you for the rest of this. That's okay. Listen, calm down. Calm down, child. It's okay. Yeah. Let him know. Alright. This is for all the marbles. Did we fix it, or is this amp goobered and we're going to need to give him a different one? And it's still doing it. Very interesting, Eric. I have no idea what to make of that. Well, let's go ahead and just look for shorts under the thermal camera, I suppose. The step-down converter is getting rather hot. I wonder if that died. Oh yeah, it's getting real hot. I wonder if that needs to be replaced. I wonder if that's dead. What do you say, folks? Do you think we give it a shot? I think we give it a shot. Because I would rather fix this board than have to replace it with another one and figure it out in the future. First, we need to find a step-down converter. I don't have those off-the-shelf parts, but I do have parts boards. So let's go ahead and harvest that step-down converter. That's this guy right next to the diode. I told it to focus on the board and it still isn't focusing on the board, whatever. Yeah, I know, Chow. Hold on. That's my tummy. Okay. Will that do the trick? If this doesn't do it, then I'm gonna tap out. And I'll just pull an amp from another parts pod and we can do an exchange. It's okay. Yeah. You are so spoiled, aren't you? Give me just a few more minutes and I can hold you, okay? This is our last one. Alright, this one's for all the marbles. Will it work? Come on. Come on. I think it's gonna work. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yes! Oh boy. Well, it did work. There seems to be another problem with it still. Yeah, alright, so we don't have a power issue. Come on, kid. But it is not happy when it turns the amp on. Making progress, at least. Are those the original caps? I've never seen those before. Let's go ahead and just try to hit those caps with a little bit of heat one more time, just for good measure. Sometimes that'll get it working again. Alright, please don't kill my amp, bro. Let's go. Still no bass. And it locks up when it can't produce that bass. Do we have a short somewhere still? I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall until something sticks at this point. But if this isn't how we figured out half the other issues, then it's not a flawed method. I know. Alright, that is the Hail Mary. We basically just replaced half the components on the left side of the amp chip there. Again, I don't know, I don't think this is gonna work. But we're trying what we got here. Alright. This is our last try, I swear. I promise. Oh, and one other thing I didn't check was the resistance of our resistor here. Looks good. Alright. Drum roll, please. Please work. Oh, look at that. We've got an insane amount of offset, but it's the bass is working now. Interesting. 4 volts of offset. Okay, folks, and Eric, sir, I think we're going to have to call it here. I'm going to spend a little more time with this because I feel like we can get it working. We're really close. Really close. But I will go ahead and try some more stuff on this later tonight or tomorrow and give you an update as soon as I can. For everybody else, we got your stuff all fixed up. I'll shoot you an email update and we'll get you guys taken care of. If you guys have any questions on any of the repairs that we've done today or any HomePod repairs in general, feel free to leave a comment down below. Or check out the website, nixfix.com, where I've got a dedicated section for common issues that we repair here on the channel, including the steps and parts you need to do that. I've also got my contact info up on my website there. If instead of trying your own repairs or you get stuck along the way, you can send whatever you've got in and we'll fix it up here on the channel. In any case, I hope all you nerds and turds enjoyed this live stream.